Hi everybody, it's Christine Bertram. I'm coming to you live from Diane and Bogey's basement in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Well, it's not really their basement. It's the first level, actually. It is actually like, I look outside, you guys, and there's windows and light. And so that's awesome. Last night, if you were watching, it probably was a little bit darker. And now the sun is shining. We've got a beautiful sunshiny day here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. The temperature is not so crazy. It's almost like you want to walk outside without a coat, and it's okay. But really, no, you need your coat. So, you guys, we have a little impromptu Facebook Live, not Facebook Live, YouTube Live class today for you. And it is the Wreath of Blooms card class. This is the one that to make sure that's good. This is one of the monthly kits that Stampin' Up! Comes out with. It was the kit that they introduced in February of 2023. The first month of January, or the first month of the new year in January, they had that amazing thanks. Hi, Karen, what sign? I think it was like amazing thanks, or there was a kit, and I actually made it impromptu with you guys last month in February. I think it was like the first or second week of February. Well, so for this one, I am doing it in March, so I'm a little bit tardy as well, but I plan to get back on track and do this as a monthly class where if you guys have the kit, or maybe you will see it and like the kit and want to get it, then you could always get it while there are still supplies. There is a new kit that's introduced on the first of every month. And so the one that was just introduced, along with a whole bunch of other exclusive products called the online exclusives, they were introduced on the first, and you can get them now, which is super cool. You don't have to wait. Like some of the items were on pre-order with like if you're a demonstrator, you could get them on pre-order, and some of them you had to wait till the 1st of March, and then everybody was able to get them. So I'll show you what we're gonna do. Hi, Sherry Pyre. Yay, just popped in and there I am. So there is going to be an official day and time for all the kit classes going forward. I know that if I actually put a day on the time on the calendar, that is the exact day and time it happens. If you guys have learned, if I don't set a day and time, I'm a procrastinator and I will put things off. And that's just how I roll. So that's why it's like, okay, well, I meant to do this Wreath of Blooms like 3 weeks ago, and then 2 weeks ago, and then 1 week ago. And there's always something that comes up. So I know if it's on my calendar, it will happen unless my internet goes haywire like it did the last couple, like last week. So yeah, so we're going to do the Wreath of Blooms. I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't made one. Whereas when I did the Amazing Thanks kits, I had done that Girl Scout class. And we had done those cards. And so I knew what I was getting into before I did the live. And I'm like, okay, so that was easy. Well, for the live today, you guys, I really have just opened up the box, saw the contents, and put the cover right back on. Hi, Judy Sharp. I guess you are my lunch date. Yay, I'm a good lunch date, hopefully. It's a good lunch date. We're going to make something. And so I'm not sure how it's going to rock and roll through this, but we're going to learn it as we go, you guys. I have not even looked up to see a video on it. I didn't do anything. I'm like, well, we're just going to wing it. Just like if you guys are getting a kit for the first time and you don't know what to do with it, you're probably going to stumble through it like I'm going to stumble through it. But I think that's just how we're going to roll with these kit classes, because I would rather fly by the seat of my pants with them than take additional time to try to figure it out, because I think it's more fun that way. So, and then it leaves me more time to design cards right up until the last minute, or kit class, or, kit for a class, or do what I need to do. So, all right, you guys, but I do want to share with you, I've been meaning to share this with you since last week, but the whole internet thing was not working for me on Thursday night of last week. So I want to share with you some of the online exclusives. And now I do realize I don't have the rhinoceros set here because I gave it to Anna, I think. The bundle, I gave it to Anna. And then another one's coming for me. Hi, Mary Ellen Ryan from Chile, Montana. Thanks for sharing. Yep, don't forget to hit the like button as well, you guys. So I have everything to share with you in case you haven't seen it yet, except for the rhinoceros bundle, which I'll show you as soon as I do get my second copy in. So, all right, so I'm gonna flip the camera down, you guys, and show you some of the products that just came in. Now, these frosted beads, you guys, and this paper, I've been sharing this already because that's for the Irresistible Blooms class. Such soft, pretty palette of colors here. The frosted beads, I have not seen a date that they come back in stock, but I'm very hopeful and crossing all my fingers and on my toes that they come back in the next 3 weeks. If they do, we're set. If they don't, then we're going to change, I think, the date for this, because all the beads go out in everybody's packet, right? So I have this Irresistible Bloom Stamp-a-Stack that features the new designer paper, It uses the stamps from the set. The class doesn't include the stamps or the dies. The class includes the paper, the ribbon, and the embellishments. And so I'm just putting it out there that as soon as anybody sees a date, if you see it before me, let me know what day these are back in stock. But I looked last night, and I think they were still without a date. Or the last time I looked, they were without a date. But this is a class, you guys, we can get signed up for. It's the Irresistible Blooms Stamp-A-Stack. And I did show these last night as well, and I'll continue to show them until it's time for class. I think I'm planning to make like 60 kits for this, you guys. And I'm already at like 40 or 39. So I don't have much left in terms of capacity for this class. So we're going to also show you this one. And this is that Flying Seagull card that I watched Susan Campfield do last week. So this is the new stamp set, and there are dies that go with it. So this is part of the online exclusives. And then, so you won't find it in any catalog. So that's some of the product and a card class that's made with it. There's also some ribbon here, some silver and gold. This is perfect. I know Christmas is a long time away, but there's some silver and gold ribbon, which would be perfect on some Christmas cards or some anniversary cards. So this is a little pack of ribbon that you can get. There's a trio of embossing folders that I've been using. I love this one. I think it's my favorite. It's like a hashtaggy. And then there's some bubbles or dots. Hi, Maria Gilbertson. And then there's these like 5-pointed flowers. So that's a trio. It's $30 for the 3 of them. There's another pack of paper here. It is called Gilded, Naturally Gilded. And there are 3 different colors in here. And I'll just show them to you. There's a silver, a rose gold, and so there's this goldy one, Goldilocks, silver, and there is a rose gold sheet. So I am thinking that what I'm going to do, if you're not sure if you like this or not, I think what I'm going to do, I didn't use any of this paper in designing those cards, but they could have gone very easily with that paper. So I think what I'm going to do for everybody's, and if you get the Stamp-A-Stack for me, I'm going to give everybody a 6x6 of each color so that you can play with it and see if you like it or not. And then there's another bundle that is called Tropical Leaf, and it has the stamp set and a punch that goes with it. And then there are some elegant border dies that you can get now that look like this. And there is a classic letters stamp set that's now available. It's like the same kind of font as the dies. To me, it looks very similar. Different sizes though. And then this is called Radiating Stitches. And so there's a heart, some circles, and some rectangles. And they have these stitches all going around the edges. And then the Rhinoceros set, which you guys, I don't have here to show you. There's another bundle. And a lot of people purchased that last week already. I saw a lot of orders come through for that. And then the kit that I'm going to do, I got to look on my calendar, and we're going to find a day of the month and a time of the month that it's going to be consistently on the 3rd Wednesday or the 2nd Tuesday, or, you know, we're going to figure out a day and a time that works, and we're going to make the kit. So I've got mine here already, and this is called Colorful Kaleidoscope. And so this one's an all-inclusive kit. It includes a little gray granite ink spot and some awesome little sentiments and some bright, cheerful cards with a block even. So that will be the next kit class that we do. All set, ready to go. You guys, it's all one-stop shop in this little box. Everything I need is in here except for scissors. Okay, so I did promise you guys from last night that I was going to finish off these gnome cards. And I finished them minus the embellishments, you guys. I thought about it. I'm like, oh man, I forgot to embellish them before I left to come over here. But that's how it goes. But I got them pretty much put together. I got my little gnomes all colored in, got the ribbon on, got them put together. So this is one of those corner bookmark cards. So this is goes on the corner of your page. If you like to read or know somebody that does, this would be a perfect card to give to that person. And so that was cool. Wendy Lee, I got a swap card from her back in December, and she did that. And we figured it out during the swap card showcase that is what it is. And so then it says Gnome, Sweet Gnome on the back. And so this is the order-based class that I have for the quarter. It ends off the quarter, and you'll get 4 card kits and a little 6x6 pack of all of the Enjoy the Adventure Designer Series paper. And so there's a little bookmark, again, compliments of Wendy Lee. She did a card very similar with the layout, and it was a bookmark inside here. So we thought, oh, let's use this for the gnomes class. And then these guys are put together again, just missing embellishments. I'll figure out what I got to put them on. This one might look really nice with iridescent rhinestones. And then this one's a fold-out one. So it opens like that, and then it opens like that. It says, wishing you the most magical of birthdays. So if you don't have these gnomes and you're not a gnome person, figure out what you have at home that you could use in place of the gnomes, because I'm not going to give you die cuts of the gnomes. You're going to get a piece of paper that has room to stamp all your gnomes on it, and if you don't have gnomes, you could use something else. This was a Sarah Simon card that I cased, you guys. I didn't. It's a book card. I'll have to tell you why I have this. Okay, it's not part of this though. So this is the last card with the gnomes. So I got him colored and got my little squirrel boy colored. I even got the inside colored. So I'm curious what mushroom you like better. I did this one that way, and I did this one the opposite way. I did the dark on the outside, and here I did the light on the outside. So I'm just curious. I wasn't sure which one I liked better either. All right, so that, you guys, I got those done. Then on top of it, the favored flowers are done as well. And the favored flowers is a stamp stack in April. It uses sale-a-bration product. And somebody said to me, well, I already have the sale-a-bration paper. I don't need more. I'm like, well, if you're holding on to your pack of sale-a-bration paper, great. But just know that these cards, with it being a stamp stack and using so much designer paper, you're going to be left with very little of that pack of designer paper. So I'm not giving people the option this time of, hey, you have the designer paper or not, because I have enough designer paper to accommodate everybody who wants to sign up for this class, and you won't have much left. So you'll be happy that you have your pack still left or your 2 packs still left, because you're going to want to make more of these beautiful cards. So so much coloring. So proud of you. Oh, thanks, Carissa. All right, you guys. So these are the 4 cards that we're going to do for Stamp a Stack. And they're different quantities. Like this one, you're going to do 3 of, because there are 3 of that type of flower. This one you're going to do 4 of, because there's 4 of that type of flower. This one you're going to do 4 of. Again, you guys, I did not embellish. I completely left without embellishing. This one you'll do 4 of, because there's 4 of that little orange flower. And then this one you will do 3 of, because there's 3 of that flower. Now they're all fun folds in a sense that they have good fun folds on them. So like this one, you open it up, it has the card. This is the one I didn't have done last night. So it's just, see, I told you, you're going to use, if you're making 3 of these, you need 3 pieces of paper, and it uses up 1.5 of the 2 that you have. So you're left with a half a sheet to make potentially another one if you want. So there's my list of my stuff I need to buy. I was looking for that. All right, so that's the one inside. This one is your explosion card, so it opens like that. So a fun fold again. And then this one opens like this. And again, look at all the designer paper that you're going to use on this one. Okay, so that uses up quite a bit of it as well. And then this one, it's a fun fold in a sense that you're doing like this pleated skirt like look. The card itself is not a fun fold per se, but this on the front to me makes it a fun fold. And you are going to make 4 of this one, and that's what the inside looks like. And again, this is almost the length of the designer paper, so you are making 4 of them, so it uses almost all the paper up. So yes, you might have a pack or 2 at home, but just know this class is going to consume almost all that pack of paper that you get for the class. Super cool. So that, you guys, is the Favored Flowers class. I'm doing it in person, and it's not going to be at 1 p.m. It's actually going to be at 10 a.m. We just switched that because I have a gal who works second shift, and now she can come if I switch it to 10 a.m. So that is Fragrant Flowers, and you guys, it doesn't even use the Fragrant Flowers stamp set. It really doesn't. It actually uses a set pretty much here called Sending Smiles. The sentiments in here are what really I love. This is, if you ask me what one of my favorite bundles out of the whole catalog is, it would be probably Sending Smiles in the top 3 because of these sentiments. Like the flowers are secondary to me. It's these sentiments, because I love adding little bits of words on the front of a card when you really want to decorate it. And so you've got love and big hugs, a card to say hello, birthday wishes, note of thanks. You also have comfort and strength and all the good luck your way, smiles across the miles, and sunshine to brighten your day. So yeah. So Karen Wetstein, you are signed up for this already, and originally told you it was at 1 p.m. Just know it's at 10 a.m. I don't think that'll make a difference to you or the couple people that had signed up already. It's more flexible for the people who work second shift and need to start work at like 2 o'clock. So, but yeah, so these are the 4 cards, and you'll be making 14 of these. So 3, 3, 4, and 4. And the class on this one is also $55, the same as that one, but shipping on this one is $13 if you need it mailed, or shipping on that Irresistible Blooms is $10 because it's a 6x6 paper. All right. So, and don't forget, on Thursday, you guys, whoa, my light just went all the way. We got this class on Thursday night, which is the sale-a-bration celebration. And then on Friday, you guys, I have the Memories and More class. And I originally rescheduled it to 3:30. I think I'm gonna bump it up to 3 just to be done by 5:30 because I have everybody rolling in for the retreat at 6. So I'm like, give me an extra half hour buffer. So you guys, I did send an email saying that this class was gonna be at 3:30. Just know it. It's going to be Friday at 3. I have 2 sets of this class left. Okay. So if anybody wants to get in on all these 15 beautiful cards, it is a product-based class. So you get the pack of paper, the card stock. It's like a note cards and envelopes, a card pack, embellishments, and ribbon. I have 2 sets left. Okay. So we got through all those. And then just a final reminder too, I think I have about 3 or 4 left of the Scenic Garden, which includes a stamp set. And you make these 4 cards and you get the designer paper so that you'll have some extra left over as an extra little perk that you can use the little strips or extra paper however you want. So I think about 4 of those left over. So yay, yay, yay. And then just one final recall here. I have the bee sampler that is also coming up in early April. So lots of good stuff, you guys, on the horizon. That doesn't even include all of these card classes that are for March. And we did last night the B class. I did inventory, you guys. I have 8 left now of the B class. In case you missed it last night, that there is a replay. Let's get these cards right. So I did these cards last night. I just did inventory. I have 8 card kits left. So 8 sets for that class are still available for the Bs. Okay. So, so I'm curious, if anybody that is watching currently, have you made this Wreath of Blooms? I might have to phone a friend and ask you for some guidance. I'm not sure how easy or hard this is going to be. Oh, this card, you guys, I used this card. I brought it along because I used it to case this card, but not really. All I did was copy the fact that it was a book card for it and then added in the explosion on the inside. So that's why that card was along, in case anybody was curious why I had that. I always love Sarah Simon's cards. She is an inspiration, a beautiful and talented card maker. So, all right, so that needs to go back there. So this is a cute, adorable little box. You guys, I do have a problem. I like boxes, and this is a different, this is a different type of box. It's such a cute, like more shallow one. I wish that they sold, it's like a little pizza box. I love it. So I don't have much of a box problem anymore. I do get rid of them now. All right, Karen says she'll change the calendar. Perfect. All right, so you guys, whenever you get a kit, just know that it includes instructions. So let's get this folded right. All right, there are instructions and they're colored. So you can look at this and say, okay, well, this is our final product, okay? Looks like some flowers and some leaves going on a wreath. And then when you open it up, they have instructions, 1, 2, like they're in order. And there's a ruler. So whenever you do, hi, Sarah Mitchell. Whenever you look at one of these instructions, there's a ruler on the side. There's centimeters and there's also inches. And I think what we're going to do, so here's the wreath frame. There's a picture here that shows all the contents. So we have the wreath frame. So I'm going to set that there. It looks like we have some tearing tape and some of the ribbon yarn. It looks like yarn goes for the top part. We got some tearing tape. I'm going to leave these in the bag, but there's 4 of these little fasteners, what they're called, and then 1 blue one. Is there a term for, I thought they were fasteners. There's 3 and 1 blue one, so that's good. Okay. Oh, and then 1 that goes over here, it looks like. Okay. And then we've got leaves. So I like just to pop these out right away, you guys. There's something satisfactory about popping this paper out. So I'm going to put my piles of leaves. So we got 2 of the big ones. And then there's 2 small ones and 2 of the evergreen. Just be careful that you don't rip these as you're pulling out pop die cuts like this. Like they're not die cuts, they're like laser etched kind of, and then they're like left to hang in a couple spots. You just have to be careful where they're still attached that you don't rip them. So there's 2 of those leaves. Okay, so that looks like garbage. I started a little garbage back there. These guys, oh man, these are what we need for that 1 flower. Okay, so we're gonna set that there. You guys, we found a frog here last night. I think this was a frog from Kelly when she did Paper Pumpkin, and I have no idea how it made it over here. Hi, Becky Roar. All right, so there's this little triangle-y thing. And then we've got 2 big flowers like this. We've got 3 that look like the petal pink color. So we're gonna put that there. Now, some people like to use, let me grab this back. Some people might use these as a template for if you do like blending. You could put this over, I think I should save it. You would put this over the top of your project and you tape it off, and then you could blend, right? And then you could blend this one as well and give it another color. And then you could do that with the leaves as well. But so you could save those those templates. You get some little glue dots, and let's see what else. So cardboard in here can go over here. And we've got these two are one size, that's another one. Oh, look at this little flower. Whew. It's really pointy. Look at that guy. Okay. And then we've got 6 of these. And we've got 1 green like this. And then 2 blues. This would be cool too. You could use that for like a template for adding color. Hi, Holly Paplo. Okay, so it looks like all of our pieces. Oh, shoot. Glue gun necessary. Oh, man. I'm supposed to call Diana if I need anything. I might need a glue gun. Hang on, you guys. Let's see where Becky or where Diana is here. I need a glue gun. Oops. Okay, glue gun. All right, let's see if she sees that. I'm phoning a friend, you guys. All right, we'll get as far as we can, and then we'll see what we need. Okay, so you need a shape former. So it looks like something for rolling is what I'm seeing. And then shape former flowers. It rolls these edges, I think. So you guys, I told you I didn't look at this beforehand, and we're just going to roll with it. But I think what happens is you want to add depth to the flowers by rolling the edges. I think she got my message. Oh, she's on the phone. So we got some leaves there. These flowers are curled up. So what happens is there's those guys. This little guy goes with those. I'm just going to lay these out. This and this go with that and that one. Okay. So it says we want to shape these. So what I use for my tool for shaping things, I generally use a bone folder. And what I would do is hold it upside down. Oh, look at that. They're the same on both sides. So I kind of just, you don't want to pull very hard, you guys. I've had it before where I've been doing this and the petal rips right off. So you don't pull really hard, but what you're going to do is just, it gives it a curve to the flower like that. Okay. So I'm going to do that on all 3 of these guys. And it looks like what we're going to do is like kind of make these and then put them all together on the frame, the circle frame. So again, be very careful that you don't rip your petals off. That would be a sad face. Okay, so there's that. And then what it's saying to do is you layer these in here. There's a hole in the middle. You want to make sure that that's kind of popped out. You could use your pokey tool to make that hole. Oh, this one too could probably use it. All right, and then I need the bag with these. And so we're gonna grab out one of the yellow ones. And what happens is the blue goes first. And you know, you could also, if you so feel inclined, you could do the same on these. But again, you have to be super, I'm just lightly rolling the edges. I'm not even pulling hard at all. Just getting some texture on there. And you could do the same with this one. Just know that if you push or pull really hard, you're going to rip these little fingers of the petals off. Okay, so there's that. And so we're going to take that yellowy, the yellowy fastener thing, and then we go here and then put that in there. And then I'm going to take the 2 small flowers and kind of offset them like that. And then there is one big one. So you're just kind of building your flower. And then what you do is you take that and you split that like that. All right. So there's the one flower. And then the next step that it's showing over here is you need to crease the leaves. So there's these 4 leaves and there's a kind of a score line right in the middle. So it wants you to fold on that score line here, on that crease. And I'm just gonna do all of the folding at the moment. And it looks like, I was just gonna see if there's the two bigger leaves go on this guy. So I have to, apparently I needed a glue gun, you guys. I feel like you could also use some liquid glue. I'm sure a glue gun is going to go faster, but I bet that this, like, they just would get glued onto the back like this. You know, I'm just gonna go with it and put a little bit of liquid glue. I can always reinforce later if it falls apart. How does that sound? We're not building it Ford Tough right now. All right, so the little leaf goes back here like that. And you know what I'm gonna do to secure it even better? I'm gonna put it right behind that fastener tail right there. All right, and then this one. You know, so to me, they looked like the big leaves go, because the big leaves here and the two small ones go with the redder flowers. So we're just gonna have them kind of touching over here on the end. And you know what? I'm gonna sneak that guy underneath there too for extra support. Okay, so there's our flower. To help it along the way, we're just going to put a little piece of tear and tape right over the top for now. That will help it be stronger. All right, so this guy too, they need to be kind of rolled. So instead of pulling like that, what I'm doing is pushing the paper down, and then I'm not pulling it away. So by pushing it, you're still getting that rolling of the flower edges here. All right, the flower is super cool. You know, you could just put that on a card, but I don't know what you'd do with all the circle frame and everything else then. All right, so this one, it looks like there's 6 of these, and we're going to just shape them. And I'm looking to see here. I think that 2 go on each of these stems like this, and I'm pretty sure we'll just look back here. Yep, 1 stem that has 3 holes, and then there's 6 flowers, and I think the flowers kind of go like offset. So 2 on each one is what I'm thinking. Okay, so again, just adding depth to these flowers. And this one uses the other 3. So I'm gonna bring all these out because I don't think I'm gonna lose them at the moment. Hopefully not. So this one goes through here, and you're gonna grab another one, and the petals will be offset. And this faces this way. And I guess let's look at the front of it again. Yep, that sounds right to me. So we're gonna put that through here. And then split those guys. And you wanna make sure that that yellow, like you could take a scissors. I would not take any special scissors, but like a wire scissors would be good. It does just barely come to the edge of that, but if you wanted to snip them shorter, you could probably do that. And you know what? I bet you any money, hang on, hold up, wait a minute. I bet you any money that, yep, there are, I didn't even notice it. There are 2 sizes. So we're gonna be very, very careful. We'll pull that shorty out, and we're gonna put the big one in. So there was 1 yellow one that was slightly longer. The tails were longer. So, and it was actually bigger. Yup, we just figured that out. So it's okay. We're all good now. So the tall, so you could see that they're actually, see, we learn as we go. All right. So now let's go back to this one. Put the little shorty doo-wop in there. And there we go. That makes more sense to me, guys. Okay, so just be cognizant that there are 2 different sizes of the yellow hardwares that are in here. And it's much better having the short ones because they don't go all the way to the edge. See? Hi, Sandy Wicklander from sunny Florida. All right, so let's get this one on here. And, all right, so there we've got a flower on a stem, the 3 flowers on the stems. This thing does say that we need to use a glue gun, and I'm gonna see once if we can make it work without. I think what happens is this folds over and this top attaches onto here. And what I would say to do for this, it needs to get help. So I'm gonna try to hold my camera, and we've done this before. You guys are gonna see down my lap here in my shirt, but I'm gonna try to get it to see the edge of the table. So hang on, I know you got the boob shot there, but what I wanted to show you is I would use the edge of the table. Oh, it's just barely. So I'm gonna just show you for a quick second. I'm taking this and I'm just rolling it on the edge of the table, and I'm gonna do this two-handed here, but my camera is not gonna cooperate. So what I'm doing is taking this on the edge of the table and helping it to get a little curve so that the paper doesn't just bend, right? We want it just to roll more or less. So if you have a table, so by doing that, it kind of gives it a curved look like that. And then when you go to adhere them, they're gonna stay curve versus rolling. Okay, so what the other thing you could do is take a bone folder, and try to roll it, right? You're trying to get that roll. Now, it does say to use a glue gun, but you guys, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the liquid glue, I think. Or do I use tear and tape? I think we're gonna use tear and tape. Okay. If you have a glue gun and you prefer that, go for it. Disclaimer, this might not hold for the long term, but we're gonna do a line of liquid or a line of tear and tape on that inside section. You guys, there's one little section I missed here, so I wanna make sure I get that. We're gonna peel this off and get that guy down there as well. If you hang over the edge. Now, you guys, be very, very careful if you are using tear and tape, because you don't get many shots. It's really gotta get lined up good. And where are you, Sandy Wickliner? You're not in the hive. I know, Sandy. I'm still in Diane and Bogey's house. My internet is getting looked at tomorrow. The uploading is still not working as of yesterday at 5 o'clock. So I kind of moved in here, and I'm gonna leave my stuff in here until we get it situated. So whenever I have to do a live, I'll be here for the moment. You guys, thank you to Diane and Bogey for letting me kind of squat in their house for the week. Not for it's just for lives. I come over here and do lives over here. So look at that, you guys. As long as you get it lined up straight, and I'm not squishing the end here because you want these to look rolled like this, okay? Then what happens is, I'm pretty sure this needs to get rolled into a circle like that, because if you look at the front page here, that's kind of what's going on. So let's think about where we want to put our adhesive. I'm thinking that the adhesive needs to start here. Okay, so we're going to go for the tear and tape again. We're going to just see once if it needs, I think it needs to go on this outer side here. I'm going to put it really close to the edge here. And we're just going to try this for the moment and see once what happens. All right, and we're going to pick that off, and what happens is this rolls into itself, and it should attach because there's tear and tape. I don't know how I would do this with hot glue. I would probably burn my fingers. Yes, Sandy, this is like my second live since Thursday. I was going to do a live on Friday and it didn't work. And then I was going to do a live on Sunday and it didn't work. This is the live I was going to do on Sunday. All right. Then, yeah, so you haven't missed much. You've only missed last night's live because I really wasn't able to do a live. All right, so this is, I still have tear and tape right there it ends, okay? So I'm trying to think here. I think what I'm gonna do is put tear and tape on this side now, over here, because that's what's gonna roll around now. So let's just grab that here. So I'm sure hot glue, you guys, is a lot more permanent. I definitely would agree with that. I feel like I would burn my fingers a little bit more. Okay, let's roll that back. And now we're gonna not go so tight. We're gonna loosen it up a little bit. And that tear and tape, that's pretty sticky stuff, but My flower is really tight. Look at that compared to that guy. It's okay. So if you want to loosen it up, I think that it's still at a point where it's not so sticky. This is probably why I would say using hot glue is going to help it. You guys, I'm loosening it up. It was really a little bit too tight, and all these middle things were really squished together. Okay, let's see if we get this to go around a little bit looser. Like that. Okay. So there's our flower. And let's see what else we have to do. Let's flip the page here. And we have this flower. And we need to... Did you have one?
Are you live?
I'm live, yeah. It's okay. You're fine. Diane's here. She might... Hey, do you have a glue gun or no?
I do.
If you don't, I'm going to work without it, I think. But if you have one, I don't know.
I'll try and find mine because my husband's might be industrial strength.
Yeah, we don't need industrial strength. It's okay. If you don't, it's okay. I'm sure we will be fine. So this one, you guys, has this blue one here. Plus hot glue dries fast. I think tear and tape is better. Yeah, it's just my thing. What I might do, you guys, this isn't going anywhere on the inside, but right here, this potentially could come undone. So if I did have the glue gun, what I would probably do is just put a little dot of it right here and secure it really nicely there. That is where I think the hot glue would come in very handy for that. All right, so then this one has this one, and then there's these two flowers like this, and then that goes like that. All right, and then I think we just got to split those backs. Now, there is something that's connecting these flowers, and I think that's where this triangle comes in. But let's look at this. There's two leaves that need to go on this one, and what we'll do is, I think I'm just going to use a little liquid glue. And then we're going to put this one here, and one is coming off the side over here. And no worries, Diane, if you don't have it. It'll be okay. Carissa says hi. Diane says hi. All right, and then this one looks like it's kind of off to the side here. Let's look at the front really quick again, just to see. Oh man, you hardly even see it. Okay, so we're gonna put it way... Oh, I lost it. It's over here on this side. It's off to the side over here, like this. And I think I'm going to try to fit it underneath that one right there. Okay. We've got our two leaves on the back of this. So I'm going to give that a second to dry, but let's see how that goes. Then it looks like there is this triangle piece. The triangle piece is what's going to connect the two flowers. See, this is coming apart here. You know what I bet we could do here just to help this one? Let's just put a little dot of liquid glue right there too, and see if I need an assistant to hold it. But you know what? I have a tweezers. Hang on. We'll just go like that. Ha ha ha. That works. Okay. All right, we'll let that set and marinate for a while. Okay, so these little triangles connect this. And Carissa putting my bone folder back just for you. And then this guy connects here. And then this one is going to hang on to here. And you kind of don't see that gray or the crumb cake. And then this guy is going to go on the bottom here. And then this peeks out the back here. And we've got these two big leaves here. And they're going to come out the back side. It's nice that they're like the same on both sides. And then this yarn thing. So I'm looking at what's next over here. There is this yarn in here. It's like a vanilla color, a vanilla. And you have to create, so there's the circle. And you have to wrap this around like that. And you leave enough to create a handle for it to hook up. So, okay. We're almost at the end, you guys. It almost seems like it's just like, it's all over but the shouting right here. All right, let's see here. Diane, I'll be okay. You don't have to find it. You guys, we're going to use our tear and tape. And we're going to tape this end down right here. Like that. It's okay, Diane. I will be fine.
Okay.
I really will be fine. We've been using tear and tape and liquid glue.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all good. I didn't look at the instructions before I went live, or before I came over. Oh, so Judy Sharp, you can't find the favored flowers class. You know why? Because it's such an ad hoc class that I just created it. And I just looked for it on my I just found some spot on my calendar. So Judy Sharp, it's April 17th and it is April 19th. So 19th is the online version. It's just this, yeah. So what they want you to do is use hot glue to attach stuff together.
That
And
makes sense.
it's okay. Liquid glue is going to work.
Okay.
So,
Sorry.
and don't worry, don't be sorry. It's all good. We make do. All works. All is good. All good in the hood. Okay, so you guys, what you do with this is wrap this around. So Judy Sharp, just so you know, the last card just got created this morning, and I have to photograph all 4 of the cards yet. And once they're photographed, this is probably going to be the most tedious thing about this whole project, you guys, is the whole wrapping this on here. Did you see what I did? Is I took the end and I put tear and tape over to hold it. And you know what? We're just going to get it off the roll and do this. So Judy, I'm going to photograph the cards today or tomorrow, and then my cousin will make the cover photo for me. And it's like sewing, you guys. I'll make the cover photo, and then once the cover photo is made, I'll create the event on my website. I'll create the event on Facebook, and I will send the email. So it's coming, but you can mark your calendar. It is set for April 19th. The only thing that would put a hiccup in these dates with me is if for any reason these frosted beads do not come back in until April. What I'm considering doing is swapping the classes. So the favored flowers would potentially be the end of March, and the irresistible blooms would be in April. If I need to do that, and that's all dependent upon when the frosted beads come back in. Because like that would make sense to me that if I just swap the dates around. So for the online, you guys probably generally would be okay with that. And it's just the in-person people. I would have to figure out the in-person, because I know that in person it's on a Wednesday at 6 p.m. and I have, like, Stacy does second shift, so she couldn't make it. So I'd have to look at adding a 10 a.m. And so I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there, you guys. So what I'm doing on here, I guess I didn't really sit and think about how we're going to end this, because it just shows a picture of the hot glue. I guess what I'm doing is just wrapping this around. This is the front to me, you guys. And then this goes around, and I'm going to save just enough to make a handle like that. So I think I have about 3 more inches I can do here. So 3 inches, we'll go a little bit more. Each one of these is about a ½ inch. And I think I'm gonna do 2 more and see what I've got. So this comes up like this. You're gonna have it come down like that. And what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is lift this up, bring this through here like that. So it shouldn't move now on this side. All right, so I've kind of brought it underneath the bottom, and you know what? Could actually, in fact, if I had a little needle, but I'm gonna see, no, I'm gonna leave it. Okay, I was gonna try to get it underneath the second one as well, but I think this is okay, because then what I'm gonna do is bring it down over here, and let's see if my tweezers can be unoccupied now. I'm going to try to be like a surgeon here. And, oh, look at that. I think I got it. Oh man, I got it. Okay. Now, it shows hot glue, you guys. It says to use hot glue. But I think what I might do is just knot it and then try to tuck the tails underneath here. So my little end got a little ratty on me. So I'm going to go like this and bring that tail in here and do one more. Let's see what's the easiest way to, I don't, who's asking me for a paper pumpkin from February? Peggy, I don't know if you're watching, Peggy. I don't have an extra paper pumpkin from February. I don't, all my February paper pumpkins are gone. Okay. Then what we could do is trim the little tail here. And garbage, this little guy. I think I'm just gonna try to like wedge it underneath here. Pokey tool would work too. All right, something like that. Okay, made it really short. It's not as long as theirs, but it's okay. It still has a hanging capacity to it, okay? And you won't see the back anyways, but the back does look pretty clean, but I've got that hanging and it goes against something, right? So it would hang, so yes. Okay, we've got our little hangies going on here, yay. All right. Whew, you guys, that was a lot of work for that little hangy. Okay, so now it's a matter of getting the ensemble on here. So let's make some room. So that's gonna be our top, like that. And then these leaves, kind of round, let's see, I'm all on the camera, good deal. I look just combobulated, but it's okay. This is gonna go here, and then this one goes up the side here, like that. I'm just like playing around with how these are gonna go. This one goes like that. This one goes like that. And the reason you have the triangle is that this needs something to adhere onto. So I know we need the triangle now. And then that guy kind of goes in the middle like that. Okay, so I'm going to give my leaves some love and kind of make them so they're not flat. I'm gonna round off these edges here. Oh, Judy Sharp, you're very welcome. I'm so excited. I got the Gnomes classes designed for April. You know, Scenic Garden has been done for a while. The Favored Flowers is done. Next on my docket, the frame is done. Next on my docket is I'm going to do one more card for, I'm going to do a marigold card for the monthly class for April. I've got 3 legendary ride cards to do, and In Color Retirement's coming up the end of April. And I have one more ad hoc class that I'm thinking about doing that well, actually 2 after this morning. I came up with another one. Chris is probably rolling her eyes. Yes, I did come up with another one that would use the Favored Flowers product, but a different class, making some boxes. So I'm working on designing things for the retreat, like little 3D projects for the retreat I have this weekend. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I think this would be the cutest idea for a class. So out of that always becomes a brainchild for more classes, you guys. All right, so let's just see here. I think I'm gonna put one more section of tear and tape. So it does show to use a hot glue gun, you guys. So definitely if you feel like you want to use a hot glue gun, go for it. But I'm gonna just wing it with the tear and tape. We're gonna put that guy like that. And then this, oh, look at me, I used up a roll of tear tape. That's what came in the kit. And we're gonna go like that. Okay. And then this meets in the middle here. I'm just gonna set that there. Then this guy right here. So I'm gonna grab my tearing tape. And it says to use these glue dots, you guys, but I'm definitely going to not use the glue dots. These are not my favorite glue dots in the world, you guys. They're fine if that's all you have, but I would rather use tear and tape or the glue dots that you can get from Stampin' Up! That come on the roll like this. So, all right, so we needed for this flower, go on the side like this. That one to be in the middle like this. I just want to make sure I see everything. So this guy is going to attach like that. And then this one like that. Okay. And then this dude. Okay. In all honesty, at this point is where I would definitely say glue gun would be good, because you could fill this with liquid hot glue and then set it right down on here. So yeah, I do see that my guy got really compact and little, and so he would go right there. And just to see what it looks like, we're just gonna put a little more tear and tape right here and try to see if I can make it stick on here. And we're gonna capture it there. It's very loosey-goosey, you guys, so it's hanging by like I said, it's not built Ford tough, it's just built. I will definitely go home and add my liquid glue to this project so that this flower won't fall off in the future. But look at that, this guy then will go here. So this is where I would add more tear and tape right here. Or you guys, when I go home, I'm just gonna put a little bit for right now. This is where you could definitely run a line of liquid glue and you wouldn't risk burning your hands and fingers like I feel like you would have on some of the other times that it wants you to use the liquid glue. But for now, we're just gonna put a little bit of tear and tape on here. And we're gonna get this to be on here like so. I'm gonna pull that guy to the front. He's hanging over. Oh, yes. Okay. I feel like that's it. And we could even put a little frog on here, like he's hanging out. Ha ha ha. This is gonna be our little baby mascot for us while we're here. All right. Did I miss anything? I feel like that's exactly what it looks like, except for my hangy is a little bit shorter, but look at that. All right, it turned out pretty nice, like an easy, nice project kit. If you have kids over, like your grandkids, or your smaller children, this would be a great project for them too, like for a Mother's Day present. Look at that. Okay, I think it looks really close to it. The colors are very nice. Like what I'm looking at is how the greens and these corals and the so saffron. I love these little intricate flowers that kind of come over the top of it. The leaves come out at an angle. It's definitely needing some reinforcement. If I would do this again, that guy, I would have done him not quite as tight as I did him. And I think then he would be a little bit more full, but I think all in all, it looks good. So, and if you hang it against a door, like, so let's say you've got your door here, you hang that up, it'll hang nice and flat, right? So, yay. Okay. Woohoo! We did it, you guys. We got her done. Okay. Perfecto change. Do you like it? I'm curious. Okay. It's good for me. If it's good for you, I'm good. All right. So we did it. We got the Wreath of Blooms kit class done. Yay. Okay. So when I have a moment in the next day or two, you can make as many classes as you want. You just remember you need to get some sleep too. Yes, Mom. Yes, Carissa. So I got to think about it, right? If I'm going to do this, it's like you make a box and then you make three 3x3 cards to go into the box. And then I was designing a little treat box and a little treat package for the retreat. So during the retreat this weekend, there's 11 people, and one of the things that everybody's going to get is 4 make and takes. And so a make and take for 2 for each day is basically what I've planned. And I'm like, oh, like this would be a cute class. And instead of doing just one set of them, we do multiple sets. And so it would come with a tutorial and it would come with this cute little box. And like, I'm going to make it and then I'm going to see if you guys like it. How about that? Because it's so cute. And if I'm designing it anyways for the retreat, I'm designing it, right? So I might as well make it more, right? So I'll show you guys what I end up with the retreat. I don't want to share anything before the retreat because I don't want to ruin the surprise for those people that are attending. So yes. And then the other one, Carissa, if you remember, I still want to do a perfectly pomegranates class because I have a bunch of perfectly pomegranate stamp sets. Like they were the host set from during sale-a-bration last year. And so I was thinking about doing a class with the perfect pomegranates as well. So yay. Okay, so that's the two ad hoc things that I'm still kind of coming to fruition. All right, so, okay, I will, in the next 24 to 48 hours or so, I'm going to put together a day and time that can be consistent for kit classes. As long as Stampin' Up! Is coming out with a kit class every month, and they're very religious about it, and it's always the first of the month, my plan will always to get it on the first or the second of the month, get it in, and then do a class sometime in the second or third week of the month. And then if you end up buying it through me or from yourself or whoever, it's a class that I'm going to do where if you want to buy it, the kit, you can get it on an online order or through for me at a class. If you place the order in or over $45 and use the host code, you could always pick a different class with kits for free. So yeah, I think that that's a good idea as long as they're doing kits. So okay, I did pull the names. You guys, I ended up with one more full sale-a-bration board. Yes. Can you believe it? I can. So last night we did the sale-a-bration board. Denise Paulo won a $25 gift certificate. She was number 1. So I filled it up. I gotta grab all the slips here. So I filled it up. They're all here. So what we'll do is I don't do random number generator for this. I actually do my little slips of paper that I've had for like the last 5 years. The other thing though I did is I was able to pull the top fans for the month of February. You guys, I forgot to do that before we had our live last night. So I want to announce that Francis Rodriguez, Jennifer Jones, and Ramona Culp all won prizes for being top fans. So Facebook gives you a top fan badge for when you comment and when you post on my page and when you share things. And so you get like a little diamond, it looks like. And so then I randomly go through and draw some names. And so Francis, Jennifer, and Ramona, I had forgotten to do it yesterday. And so I was able to do it today. And so you guys won the top fan prizes for the month of February. And we're going to do drum roll, you guys. Brrr. Yes, you want pomegranate as it's purple. Yes. And I have to think about it because if they by chance retire Blushing Bride or Rich Razzleberry, I want to have those cards designed so I can stock up on the card stock so I have enough product for kitting up the classes, right? So, right? So that's why I'm like, I better get that like worked on now because we are going to find out by the end of March what the retiring colors are, you guys. So, all right, let's flip this down and show you guys here. We're going to pick a number. Winner, chicken dinner is... Oh, it's number 4. Okay, let's see who has number 4. Diana Muldoon. Dyanna. Diana Muldoon. She's a new customer. She bought a 12-month Paper Pumpkin subscription with a few days left of the month. And so she got her name on the board, you guys, 5 times because a 12-month is $235. And then she added $15 to it to get to $250. She got 5 sale-a-bration items and a 12-month pumpkin. Woo woo! And a $25 gift certificate now. Yay, Diana. Okay, so I do have a little bit of work when I go home to put... to make my wreath become built Ford tough, right? I gotta make it so it's a little bit more sturdy. But I will get that done. And you guys too, you can see that you could, they can't retire those colors. I know, Holly, right? Oh, I would be so sad if they retired and Blushing Bride or Rich Razzleberry, but you don't know, right? I'm not privy to any of that information. I don't know, but all I know is I know the in colors are going, you guys. So Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Pale Papaya, Fresh Freesia, and Polished Pink are going. So if you need any of those colors, like I just designed this last class, all using so much Evening Evergreen, I think I calculated out I need about 15 packs of Evening Evergreen. I'm like gonna get that ordered like today. So, but if there's any of those in colors that you guys need, make sure you get that stuff ordered because once that stuff is kind of gone, it's gone. Like we have like a month, 2 months left of the catalog and that's it. So, okay. I did pull names for the Fitting Florets class, you guys, for the class that I had in January, the 1st of January, the first week of January. I did pull names, but I didn't pull the cards to put the names onto the cards. So I will share those winners with you guys on Thursday night. I think Thursday is the next time I'm planning to do a live. It's the sale-a-bration celebration book. This guy right here is what we're gonna do on Thursday night. I think that is the plan. And then I do have one more swap card showcase to go through with you from some cards from the annual catalog. Yeah, so one more, and I think that might, I want to do that back where I'm back at the Hive. So I'm hoping to do that one early next week would be my plan, because we have Memories and More on Friday. So you guys, almost every day this week, we're going to be doing a live. Whew. So, all right, so we got to save something for next week. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to sign off. I think that we're good with the kit class, Wreath of Blooms. I hope that either you saw it and you're like, yep, I'm good, or either you saw it and you're like, yep, I want it. So now you know what it's all about so that you can make that decision. That's what it's all, that's always a good thing. So, all right, you guys, if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. If you need to get signed up for classes, I know a bunch of you guys emailed me last night. I literally got home from Diane and Bogey's house here, and Tyler was here. Tyler was there, I should say, and then I was designing all morning. So I haven't checked emails, you guys, since yesterday afternoon before class. So be patient. I will get back to everybody and make sure I get everybody signed up for what they need to and want to get signed up for as I have a little time. So, all right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. It looks like we had no buffering, so I'm going to count to 10 just in case. We saw last night it cut out at like 8. So, all right. You guys have a good rest of your Tuesday. Make it a good rest of your week as well. I love you long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I'm going to say goodbye.